Hey everyone, welcome back to another video and welcome to the first official Let's Play of Young, Dumb and Broke. This is the story of Drew and Lena. So in this video I'm going to kind of go over who they are and so you can kind of get to know them a little bit better. It will kind of give you an idea of how I was trying to show their personalities or why they were acting that sort of way in the movie series, if that makes sense. Yeah, how everything kind of turned out to how it is. Yeah, so Lena and Drew just moved into the city, being recent, studying university dropouts, being around untrustworthy friends and family who refuse to help them out. They're about to start this journey on hard times with no jobs, no simoleons and a baby on the way. So can something that started with a one-night stand become a blossoming love story? I have no idea where it's going to go, but I'm going to assume it's going to be a very bumpy ride. So this is Lena. Her traits are overachiever, clumsy, and a bit of a geek. She loves reading and learning. She also enjoys anime and smoothies. She's pretty much a sweetheart, actually. You know, she's just suddenly gotten herself pregnant by this boy, and obviously being in university and, you know, by a one-night stand, she crushed on Drew for many months and she really tried not to, but it didn't go that way. She kind of knew of his reputation, I'm gonna say, and still wanted her some, so she still went there. But, you know, I wouldn't say she's in love, but she's in love with the idea of him, I think, and that he finally, like, noticed her, so she probably was like on a really high buzz of that. You know, so she's gotten herself pregnant and her life isn't going in the direction that she kind of wanted it to. Her parents painted her as this perfect child and their dream was her to become a doctor. So, you know, we don't know if that's going to happen or if that's even achievable now because, you know, she's dropped out of uni. So I put her aspiration as the freelance botanist because, you know, she dreams of living a slow life without being perfect. That would be her ultimate dream. But, you know, because her parents wanted to be a doctor, she's been, you know, studying very hard throughout her whole childhood, and she had a very good childhood growing up, and both her parents worked very hard to get her to where she is, and they invested quite a lot into her, and even more than her sister. So yeah, being pregnant now, she's disappointed with herself because she knows she's smart, just was very naive about the whole Drew thing and dating. She's never dated or been in a relationship before, so it was all new to her and is still new to her. So her relationship with her parents is very rocky at the moment, apart from her dad and her sister. But her mum is just like not having any of it, and you know, they don't like Drew and they don't like who he is, and culture wise they thought she was going to marry someone who was also Asian, but she hasn't, and she's now fallen pregnant for this this typical no good boy, her mum calls him. So this is Drew, and his traits are he's very ambitious, he's a bit of a geek, although he doesn't like to admit it or show it in any way. He's also a goofball. So he's very charming and he's very funny, and so people are kind of like drawn to his like aura and just want to be around him. So he makes friends quite quickly and they even want to date him. So Drew is also dropped out of university and he's also dropped out of high school too many years ago. He was in trouble. He's a bit of a troublemaker, so he did a bit of time in jail. He's also come out now and also dropped out of university. So he was raised by a single mum, and his mum had various partners when he was growing up who was often quite abusive in the household. So Drew would stay home to kind of protect her and just didn't focus on school back then. So he isn't very like book smart, although he is good at problem solving. His main talent is football, and that was kind of his only sort of hope in being successful. And his mum is very disappointed with him because you know, his football skills got him a scholarship to get into Foxbury University, which is like a very good university in the first place. And now he's just kind of like thrown that away too. So she's a bit mad because he's got this girl pregnant, but which she understands because she had Drew young herself. So she's given them like a place to stay until they kind of like find their feet. Drew is very generous with his money. He likes to splash money. He likes branded clothing. So he's not very smart in like putting money in the best of areas. He's very irresponsible in that sort of area. But then again, Lena is very much too. Now she's found her way in fashion. She's also irresponsible with her money. Drew sort of knows he's like the typical bad boy, and Lena isn't originally his type, which he's kind of told her to her face, like right in the beginning. But he's kind of warmed up to her in a little bit and thinks she's kind of cool now and that she likes anime, and they both like that and they can enjoy being silly together. So they're temporarily trying out dating and raising this whole baby thing, as he calls it. Plus she's not really like the other girls who kind of end up dating his friends and doing it to get him jealous or get back at him. So he kind of respects her in that way. But now that she's pregnant, which he still isn't very keen on, obviously, and he isn't kind of sure like how long he sees himself in this situation, because he kind of knows he kind of gets the itch, if you know what I mean. And yeah, he gets the itch for kind of variety. So he's not been very committal, and he likes to kind of stay single. So this is the first time he's not been single, and they've kind of been trying out the whole dating thing for a couple of months now, and Lena is well into her like third trimester, and they've just put a down payment now on this apartment in the city. So he got himself like a little weekend job as like a manual labourer to kind of bring some money in to pay for rent and stuff. Yeah, so Lena also got herself a little job in a hospital, just working as like a healthcare assistant for now. So she's just going to try that route and see how it goes. So obviously in the clips just before, you just saw Lena and her parents kind of have a bit of conflict. She's just told them that she's moving out in the morning and it's final, and she's moving in with Drew, and she's moving way into the San Myshuno, right into the city. And this is the morning, and her sister's just making breakfast for all of them, and Lena's just told her that she's not staying for breakfast. She's now calling Drew, and here you can kind of see Drew outside looking very nervous because he knows it's going to be a conflict with the parents. And this is her mum basically saying like, I can't help you, and you've been so irresponsible with everything. And Lena's just defending Drew, who is outside puffing on a cigarette at the moment. So she's just going to go and get him and then collect her stuff, and then they're going to kind of leave. So here Lena's mum's having a go at Drew because he's come in the house with shoes on. So very bad manners. Lena hates the fact that she's had to try and be this perfect child. And Lena's dad, who's called Ming, is kind of talking to Drew and kind of saying, please look after my daughter, like please ignore my wife, just take care of her if you can. And Lena's outside looking very pissed. And yeah, they're going to wait for a cab. So she's going to call them a cab, and they're going to kind of go and leave to go to the city and start this little journey. So here they are waiting outside, and it's very hot today. But Lena doesn't want to wait in her parents' home anymore. She wants to just leave. But her dad comes out to kind of wish her last farewell and kind of says like, if you need anything, and find me or contact me. And Lena's kind of saying, don't worry, don't stress, like I know where to come if I need you, or if I need anything, I'm gonna be okay, sort of thing. So they arrive in the city and it's raining. Tragic. So I'm gonna leave the episode here for now, but please do follow their journey if it's something you're interested in, and please give this video a thumbs up if you particularly like this content, and hopefully I'll speak to you all soon in my next video. Bye.
Miss that smile, Lord knows I ain't seen that in a while, but it's your style, so something must be up keeping you down.